Hey, it's H here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for NEAR protocol. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave Theory and provide multiple scenarios that price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on daily time frame, we had a few different ideas overall. I didn't quite like those, so we had something like this as an ABC. One of them had this as a 1-2, and well, it kind of makes sense, but it doesn't. We had the highest RSI reading all the way up here, so it would most likely mean that we have a 5-way move here. But I can't really get this to fit too well into this idea, because if we are just looking at this like so, there we go. We can see that if indeed this was a 5-way move here, we would be looking for ABC. So this would be 3 ways, most likely A, then A, B, and C. So that would be the B, and then this would be the C wave. However, this B wave here is going beyond 1.618 retracement of this A wave. So it doesn't make sense. And why I'm wanting to label that B over there and not A here is because this definitely feels like a 5-way move. I'm ignoring this scam wick here, because we didn't have that on some other exchanges. But yeah, it didn't feel good either. It doesn't have the right look. So instead, I'm more looking towards this idea. If we have to have some kind of bullish idea, I think it's this one. Although, again, have to say, this doesn't really work on arithmetic scale. It falls completely apart. It doesn't have the right look. On logarithmic scale, however, it does. We're going to be having this as a leading diagonal because we have 5-way structures here. So we can't have ending diagonal with 5s. So in this scenario, this is going to be the leading diagonal. And this would get us to wave 1 of cycle and possibly 2 here. Or if this continues to dump down, then the 2 would be way lower. Again, invalidation for this whole thing is around 52 cents, which is again another 90% down. Currently we are around 78% down of all the all-time highs, but yeah, that is my main at the moment. Now let's take a look at the retracement since the highs. Back in the 4-hour time frame, we've had this as a possible ABC into an A wave, ABC into the B, and then looking for 5 ways down. I've labeled this as a possible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This structure here in the 3rd wave is just abysmal. It's just so horrible. If we go into smaller time frames, we can see that wave 4 is extremely high as a retracement before getting to the possible wave 5 to end the 3 here. It does have the lowest RSI here, which would kind of make sense in that scenario. The other one labeled in red here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This would enable us to have a potential wave 1 up here, and then again wave 2, and this would be only the 3rd wave with the same subdivisions here. Kind of makes sense. Lowest RSI here overall, just right after this point, of course, because we need to have that divergence between these lows. So it is kind of possible, but is it likely that we have this small of a wave 1, 2 here to compare to this one? Not really. But yeah, it did go beyond the 1.618 here on arithmetic scale. Oh no, sorry, logarithmic scale. So there is a chance, of course, that this indeed is a 1, 2, 3 only, and then we would be looking for wave 4 and 5. The other way to label this would be, again, having the same up or highest point here, would be a ABC here into W, ABC into X, and then ABC into wave Y. However, on logarithmic scale, again, we are running into the issue that this is going to go beyond the 1.618, which we keep as an invalidation. On arithmetic scale, we have no issue, so again, I would be looking this more in the arithmetic scale. But if we are again looking at arithmetic scale, we can't really get a wave 1 up here, so trade-offs. Not sure which one is correct, to be honest. But what do we know is the fact that something did end here a possible 5-way move of this one, or a higher structure move like this one. So this is going to be a pivot of some sorts. Now, again, back into the WXY, we had a time analysis as well here. In this one, 1-to-1 extension is right here. We've gone beyond the 1-to-1 extension. And what that is, the 1-to-1 extension is comparing this leg here of wave W to whatever this structure is. So generally, either this whole structure, if we want to be thinking it as correctively, it can't be lower degree than this one. Of course it can, but it wouldn't have the right look. So we have to be considering that if we would be labeling this some other way. Just a thought though. Let's go into the smaller time frame and take a look at this structure next. So going to 1 hour time frame, let's get rid of all these things here, starting with the bearish scenario. This definitely can be viewed as 5 ways or 3 ways. It is better looking overall as a 3-way structure in my opinion, rather than 5. That would bring us to wave W here, 3 ways into X, and then a 5-way move here. There's a couple of different ways to interpret this. I have a couple of different bearish scenarios, so I'll show both of those to you. But for this one, I've labeled this as a possible 5-way move into an A wave, then 3-way pullback into B, back to golden pocket, same exact thing as we had on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And then we would look this as a possible wave 1 and wave 2. Wave 2 can of course do something like this as well, coming back here, and then look for 3, 4, 5 to that C wave to complete that wave Y of higher degree. If we are going to go beyond the $6 area, where we have this 1.618 extension of this WX move, then I would be considering some other options instead of this. The bear scenario, other one, is saying that we could have this as an ABC, and then 5 ways. A very clean looking 5-way structure here, a 3-way structure here overall, and it measures very well. Then we would have 3-way pullback. Now either this is going to be the connector wave to this to climb higher, or the connector here, what we would be creating is larger. So 3-wave, 3-wave and 5-wave. So overall we would have something like this. Connector and then 3 ways up again. Or depending on how low this goes, 5 ways. Again, that would be 90% of this first leg that we would be considering a possible larger time frame A, B and then C. If it goes anywhere beyond these levels, say it stops here and starts going higher, then we would consider this to be a W, X and Y. Pretty simple, right? So those are the bearish scenarios. The bullish scenario is this one, in which we have a expanding leading diagonal here. Very rare in itself already, plus the substructures look way better as a 3-way move. So again, I'm leaning more towards the bearish ideas. In this one, I would have this as a wave 1, then 3-way pullback again, same as the bearish scenarios, then 5 again for wave 1, 3-way pullback here, and again 1. Then again, we have possibility of doing this for the wave 2, or the wave 2 would be right here on these lows. It is kind of low retracement here. I think it doesn't get to the 0.5. Let's see. Oh, it does go to the 0.5, so it should be fine. We did have that area here as a support area or order block that it pivoted from, so it's pretty good area to look for longs as well, would have been. This however kind of looks like 5 waves, but I feel like it could be interpreted otherwise as well. Is very small though, so I would almost like to have this going to be an expanding diagonal. However, the golden pocket that we would have here for this structure is pretty much nowhere. All what we have is this and this area for some kind of support down here. Let's see if there's some kind of a NPOC, well, there's an old naked point of control that has been used, but that again means that there is some volume, at least locally, in this area. There is right here, this node. Not too much though. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Those are my expectations on Near protocol. I am still more bearish until, again, we are getting back to this $6 area. If we are going to go past that, then I can start looking for more bullish options. But until then, remaining in bearish scenarios. But again, that is pretty much everything I wanted to share today. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below. And for now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.